What's going on, YouTube? This is Bystander X79. Alright, guys. Yesterday, the OCG dropped the official results of their structure deck poll for 2020. A lot of great decks that they put out there. Cyber Dragons, Ice Barriers, Gustos, Trickstars, Kaijus. A lot of different choices. But ultimately, only two of those archetypes could be chosen to be the next few structure decks. The first one comes out in OCG in November, which means it should be the first structure that we receive here in the TCG next year in 2021, which is pretty awesome. The second one being released sometime next year in the OCG, and then we'll probably get it as our last structure deck of the year here in the TCG as well. And I was watching the polls as it went by day. The Cyber Dragon deck started off very strong, and it continued to be strong through the entire poll. So it was obvious that that was going to be one of the decks to be chosen for the structure decks. The other one was basically between one of two decks. And they were both coming out of the dual terminal sets slash the hidden arsenal sets, Ice Barriers and Gustos. Now, when all things were said and done, and OCG actually tallied up all the votes, Ice Barrier was the first one, which is coming out in November. Cyber Style, which is the Cyber Dragon slash Cyber Dark deck, is the second one. So these are the decks we're going to be getting. Hopefully we might see some support for Gusto in the core booster set. Same thing with Trickstars as well, because they were third and fourth respectively. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to improve Ice Barrier. So what I did was I went over here to the official Yu-Gi-Oh card database, and I looked up the Ice Barrier deck, the R-type entirely. To be very honest, the typings are all over the place. I mean, Aquas, Spellcaster, Warriors, Insects. There were only 3 synchros. 2 of them are actually limited right now, and there's only 3 spells. And to be very honest, when you're looking at this archetype, yeah, that's basically where the archetype is the weakest. Primarily because since there's only 3 in archetype, spells, not a very good thing. 2 of the spells are pretty, are pretty good, and I probably wouldn't be surprised if they're utilized in the structure deck. This third one, yeah, it's a revenge hit. Should have really been a trap, but still, it's not very good since I don't see many decks in the current meta basically banishing stuff off your field unless your opponent's playing maybe Chaos with things like Blacklisted Soldier Envoy at the beginning, or even the Blacklisted Soldier Link Master. But outside of that, those are the 3 spells, and this archetype is going to definitely need a lot, and I mean a lot of love in the spell and trap department to really get itself together and become more a cohesive deck. I really don't know where they're going to begin. I know Medallion of Ice Barrier, this is their rover. That's definitely going to be an automatic 3-of. Magic Triangle, it's basically reveal 3 Ice Barrier monsters, and then you pop up one of your opponent's monsters, or just yeah, one card your opponent controls. It's not even their monster, so that's actually pretty good. You can get rid of floodgates with this, and then special summon 1 Ice Barrier monster from your hand. So this could very well be an out to something like Mystic Mine against the deck. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. So definitely 2 good cards, but they definitely, like I said, they definitely need more spells and traps to really get this deck going. It's a synchro-based deck, so hopefully we can probably start sliding in reprints of things, maybe like Hack of Backs, or maybe some more synchro support into the deck to probably search out the tuners. I wouldn't be surprised if Rhoda makes an appearance, since there are a lot of warriors in this archetype as well. So definitely this is going to be something to keeping their eye out on, because when we get closer to November, we're definitely getting information on this structure deck, and I kind of want to see how they're going to pull this deck together. The next one is going to be Cyber Style. Now, if the picture, you can't really see it that well, but you have the Cyber Dark monster as well as Cyber End, so I got a feeling we're going to be seeing this deck maybe lean more towards the Cyber Dark side. And I did pull up all the Cyber Dark, and there's only really 9 Cyber Dark cards that have been released, whether it be through their initial set or the Legendary Duelist set as well. Basically, the two cards I'm expecting to be in here for the monsters definitely be Cyber Dark Cannon and Claw, because these are your searchers. You discard the card and either search a machine Cyber Dark monster or a Cyber Dark spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, which they're both pretty good. And then they also allow you to load your graveyards if from the deck or your extra deck, depending on if they were equipped to a monster. Not bad. My issue is that this one gives you a way to search out the machines, Edge, Horn, and Keel, but it doesn't give you a way to search out the other Cyberdark Dragon type monsters. Now, I know there are a lot that if you look at the machines, it's only level 3 or lower Dragon type monsters. So I got this gut feeling that we're going to probably see maybe a couple of different spells for the deck. Overall generic searcher spell that can search out either just the Cyberdark Dragon type monsters or any Cyberdark monster in general. You have to discard a card or specifically a Cyberdark monster in order to utilize it, but still wouldn't be a bad idea to have in a deck. And the other deck, the card is probably going to be a continuous spell to basically rewrite the effects of the original Cyberdark monsters. Instead of just targeting a level 3 or lower Dragon type monster in your graveyard, it's going to be able to target maybe a level 3 or lower Dragon type or Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard. This way you can utilize the other Cyber Dragon cards that were low levels. Core, Master, Hearse, all level 1 monsters. You can all target them with the Cyberdark monsters. So it would bring it into, allow you to bring in the other Cyber Dragon cards into the deck a little bit more easier. And I think that's the way Konami is going to really treat this deck, is trying to unite the archetype by utilizing this new support. With that being said, they already did have a monster, Cyber Darkness monster, the Cyber Dark Effect Monster Fusion, in which basically you can actually equip a Dragon type or machine monster from your graveyard to this card. So it does make sense that they probably would allow you to do that. With that continuous spell that I mentioned before, the other monsters I would probably think would probably be more other Cyber Dark Dragon type monsters, just to be able to have a few more targets in the deck. Personally, I would have that continuous spell rewrite the level, just target one, probably level 4 or lower Dragon type monster or Cyber Dragon monster in your graveyard. This way you can involve Veer, and probably put out maybe a couple of Cyberdark level 4s as well. They don't have to have any particular discard effects. They just basically are there for higher attack to boost your other Cyberdark monsters. I mean, I think that's probably the way they're going to go with this deck, and I'm kind of hoping they do, because it's the way Cyber Dragons works. It's more of an OTK deck, but when you start tackling in the Cyber Darks, it becomes a bit more of a discard. So I really want to see how they're going to approach uniting both the Cyber Darks and Cyber Dragons in a single structure deck. It will be fun, and I'm hoping for some serious, awesome support, like I said here. Guys, that is it for this video. So let me know down in the comment section below what you're expecting to see for both in both structure decks. I want to hear your ideas. As always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this on my channel, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss any uploads. Check out the description box below. Find the links to my affiliates, tcgplayer.com, as well as sidedeckversus.com. Great resources for any Yu-Gi-Oh player. Follow me on social media, Twitter and Reddit. And if you guys want to help grow my community even to greater heights, the invite link to my Discord servers in the description box below. Join the conversation. We'd love to have you. As always, guys, until next time, peace.